Peace. It's your boy Dark Warrior. Another segment of the Dark Warrior Perspective Thoughts. I haven't come with a catchy name with it yet, but eventually I will. But today's segment or rant or whatever you want to call is the meme scholarship. So I've been struggling with this for a while. I think within the last year and a half or so since I've been in social media. And the whole idea of memes being used to convey messages or history, I've seen the pros and cons of it. I've seen the good and bad. I'm not telling someone what's right or wrong, but I want those who look at memes in social media to become more critical thinkers, because oftentimes these memes are incorrect. And the moment someone posts it on there, on social media, specifically Facebook, if you're not a critical thinker, then you're automatically assuming that it is correct. I think memes, like anything else, can be used to convey some legitimate information without typing a bunch of paragraphs. Now, I'll admit, I'm a little old school. I have received complaints from people on my Facebook about how long the paragraphs are for them to read my information. My rebuttal is this: if you want to learn history, you have to read past 3 lines. It's just that simple. If you can't even read 2 paragraphs on a social media platform, then I know darn well you ain't reading a book. And that's the problem. So there are some memes that are cool, but then there are some that I have a particular issue. One recently has surfaced is about Mr. John Hanson. Now, there has been this misnomer that John Hanson was the first president of the United States. There's a few things you have to take in consideration when you look at this. One, the picture of the black John Hanson is a photograph, not a painting. So how can he be the first president of the United States? But photography did not develop into existence until around 1826, 1827, and that photograph was done in 1856. You get what I'm saying? So you should have had photographs of George Washington, who came earlier, Andrew Jackson, the Johnsons, all of them. You should have had some type of photograph of them, but you don't until 1856 with this man, who was in fact the senator of Liberia, because he was part of the American Colonization Society, which was created in 1816 by Robert Finch from New Jersey. It was a push to take African Americans back to Africa, on the west coast of Africa, right? I think the Pepper Coast. And there were some pushback on that. But before I go further, the other John Hanson that you're mixing up is the white John Hanson, who was a senator of Maryland. But anyhow, remember, the John Hanson in which you're seeing, the black John Hanson, was in fact involved with the American Colonization Society, taking African Americans back to Liberia. And in doing so, they were trying to, in some of the minds of people who was critical of the American colonization, it seems as though they were trying to justify, slavery by taking the best of the best out of this country and keeping the weak, so you can continue to push the ideology of slavery. All right, so I just wanted to clear that up. The John Hanson that you see, the black man that is sitting facing my right, your left, is in fact responsible for the movement of African Americans to Liberia. He was not the first president of the United States. So that's just one of the examples. So the meme scholarship has to really be criticized. Yes, I would like to see people read more and become more critical thinkers, but I also see some of the plus, because I've utilized memes And I've utilized them in a sense that I've made sure that whatever I posted coincide with the numerous amount of books that I have on my bookshelf / other resources that I may have. So on that note, please be careful with the meme scholarship. Be more critical thinkers and question. Ask questions. Don't be afraid. It's your boy, Dark Warrior. I appreciate your support. By all means, email me, darkwarriorperspective@gmail.com. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's simple, Dark Warrior Perspective. You'll see me on there. I have my picture on there for a reason, because there's a lot of Dark Warriors. Contact me. Let me know what you think. If you have an issue with this, email me. Tell me what you think. Give me some critical thoughts. Tell me you like it or you don't. Doesn't matter. But stay tuned for the next rant. I'm your boy, Dark Warrior. Peace.